there's some common misconceptions about fisher people.
That we're big, rugged old men.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm Coupchiak. My Yupik name is Ernerculria. I am from a small western village on the coast of Bristol Bay, Alaska. I've been commercially fishing my ancestral waters for 16 years. I inherited my grandfather's drift permit, and I've been fishing it ever since. I subsistence with my grandma before then, and making sure that she had enough to feed her family and herself throughout the winter, and just the sustainability of that, and just growing up to respect the salmon that come from our waters and return to us every year. I think that's really stayed with me, especially with doing my own direct marketing. I really want my story to show that I respect the salmon. It is a way of life and a part of my culture. If we respect the salmon, if we do it right, as in like sustainably, it will always come back. Our culture, our people have been there for thousands of years. We might not have lived in the villages that are now today, but we roamed the same areas and always came back to Bristol Bay. And it continues to do that as long as we respect it and we care for it and we love it. I just happened into it. The drift permit in my family needed a place to go, and I was 17 and my grandpa and family decided to pass it along to me, and I have been fishing it ever since. I think the biggest challenge that we're seeing today, at least in our communities in rural Alaska and from Bristol Bay specifically, is an out-migration of permits in local people's hands, and that's very devastating to think about. So I am hoping I can inspire the younger generation to see that we can do this and we can utilize our fishery and our resource in our own backyard and start to see permits come back to locals' hands. I have always kind of been an advocate for my home. We've been fighting pebble mine for over 2 decades now. So I've just used my personal platform, which isn't even that much, just to continue to advocate and get my friends or people that follow me or my consumers to show support to the region of Bristol Bay, because if we let this mine come in, we won't have our resource anymore, and people won't have the delicious salmon that they love to eat from this region. I also am the outreach and event coordinator for Commercial Fishermen for Bristol Bay, a small organization that advocates for protections of salmon habitat on behalf of commercial fishermen. Get to do what I love and protect what I love. Permanent protections for Bristol Bay and salmon habitat, and from there on, there's other things that we need to advocate for, not just in our region, but other fisheries throughout Local Catch Network. We can ask people within this network to see what's worked in their area, what hasn't worked, how we can make it better. And obviously, Alaska and Louisiana are totally different climates and everything, but as long as we're working together and learning from each other, we don't need to reinvent the wheel to do it. We need to collaborate, but then also put it into action. Just talking about it is great because we are starting that conversation, but then we need to put it into action as well.